right. Hello, welcome to the On The Go podcast. I'm Josh. You know who this is.
We do?
This is that weird pale guy from last time. Say hello, Ivor.
Do I have to?
No,
Again?
No, you don't. You already said hi, so it's fine, I guess. Right.
Hi.
So, today, we're talking about driving.
Again?
Again! But in a different way this time.
Okay.
Last time we were talking about my driving experiences and what you would expect, what you expected it to be like behind the wheel.
Right.
So, but I've been on a lot of road trips before.
Yep.
Like long drives. Have
Okay.
you? I feel like you have.
Okay, the longest single road trip I've ever done was down to Florida
Yeah, that's a long
when I was in high school.
Right.
And we had 3 drivers, so basically went there nonstop.
No. Non-stop?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just
How
cycling
long?
drivers through the...
How long? Isn't it like a 27-hour drive or something?
Something like that. Yeah, I suppose we left the evening one night and we arrived the next evening.
Okay.
So it's about a little more than 24 hours because we
Right.
arrived later than we left.
Okay, cool.
And it was really cool though because we got to watch as the whole thing, like as it went from the middle of March up here, snow everywhere, to basically summer by the time we arrived in Florida.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of crazy how, besides the landscapes changing, you could literally outdrive a season.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think the furthest I've ever gone is Virginia Beach. That was a 15-hour drive, and same kind of thing though. Like, it was just interesting that suddenly it's much colder up here.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh well, it's hot. I guess we're going to the beach, kind of idea. Which that's tends to happen when you're going down south.
Yeah. And I went to Cape Breton in Nova Scotia when I was a kid.
Okay.
But that was sort of different. What we did is we had camping gear.
Okay.
So it was sort of we drive a bit, go to a campsite, stay there for a while, drive a bit to another campsite, stay there for like a day or two.
Okay, so it was more of a trip.
Yeah.
More of obviously it was a trip, but
Yeah, but there were some pretty long stints of
you
driving.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Virginia Beach twice, and the first time we did it in one shot,
Mhm.
and that was regrettable because there was only 1.5 drivers. By 1.5, I mean one of the drivers was.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, let me explain. One of the drivers was like a total veteran of like driving long distance.
And the other one was you?
The other one was my mom,
Ah.
and she hadn't driven long distance before, so she would drive for half a day and then just be exhausted,
Uh-huh.
and then the other lady had to take over
Right.
because it was just like she could handle it, but my mom couldn't because at the time we hadn't been driving around for too long.
Right.
But yeah, I had to pee, so we stopped in the middle of the highway.
Just on the side of the road?
Yeah, it's on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, that's pretty normal. I
Yeah,
think.
except I got out of the car.
Yeah.
And so there's that metal guardrail there,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, well clearly I have to, go over the guardrail,
Yeah.
and then go a little bit to where a bush is, do my piss, and then get back in the car.
Yeah.
So there was the road,
Uh-huh.
the guardrail, some dirt,
Yeah.
and then the void of just emptiness.
What? You stop on the side of
There
like
must
a
have
cliff?
been just like a ditch or something, but the cattails and the weeds that were coming up,
Oh.
they must have been like 8 feet tall.
So you
So-
just stepped into.
So I just stepped into nothing, and I just went, and just disappeared. And so people in the car just heard, "Ah!" Like just the small version of me, beardless. I know, very hard to,
I don't believe that.
yeah, very hard to
Small
imagine
bearded
me.
child
A
goes over
small
the edge.
bearded child, exactly. Looks like a halfling. And a hobbit. But yeah, it was terrifying because like you didn't even. The fall is just everything kind of just goes black, and then you're like, wow, I'm in a ditch. I guess I should get out. And then I climbed out. Thank goodness I didn't piss myself, which technically would have, killed two birds with one stone. Does that apply to this?
No,
Okay,
because
right.
I don't think it really works if you cause yourself a whole other problem of
Right.
having
Exactly.
wet pants. Just put that as
Soggy
euphemistically as
pants.
possible.
And so I learned then that peeing, very important to do that before you go.
Well, that depends how long the drive is.
This is true, but whenever you make a stop,
Also,
if you gotta pee.
the people driving could have picked a better spot to stop.
Yes.
Usually, if there's a guardrail, there's a reason the guardrail's there.
Maybe they knew it. Maybe they were like,
let's get rid of the little bugger.
Let's get rid of this bastard and get out of here.
What kind of child this age has a beard anyway?
Yeah. Any advice on long distance traveling besides piss when you make a stop?
If you got small kids in the car,
just don't
rent one of those vans that has TVs in them, because
just don't have kids. Just don't have them. Problem solved. You can afford.
Assuming you haven't taken Josh's solution.
Yep.
Yeah, on our trip down to Florida, we had that in the van, which was great because I was there with my two cousins, who I think must have been about 8 at the time.
Right.
Saw so much SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, God.
Which, actually, you know what? I kind of gained an appreciation. That show can be pretty funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. Just,
And it was better to the alternative, the two of them just bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, that's true. We had that, but we had...
And make sure you have maps. Because if your GPS fails, you want to know...
Oh, yeah.
You want to be able to know how to get out
I
of
remember when we went to Virginia Beach, that was when GPSs were just coming out. They weren't the ones that you stuck on your dash. They were the ones that you actually had to hold.
Okay.
We're so old. But they are like pretty thick. And yeah, I remember. Is that behind me?
Yeah.
Come on, go past. Here we go. Now I can drive like a normal person. Right. Where were we? What were we talking about?
Maps? And ancient GPS that you had to hold in your...
Yes, ancient GPSs. Yeah, so that was lots of fun.
Did you guys get lost on the way there?
We did. Or was it on the way back? Actually, I don't remember. But we did get lost. And it was at night. And, so it was on the way back. And we had to find a place to sleep because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And we pulled over somewhere, and it was like this really tiny town.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere 5 hours north of Virginia Beach.
Right.
And so, for people who don't know small town mentalities...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go around.
I think you can get in from this side.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For people who don't know small town mentalities, approaching someone and just being like, hey, isn't out of the question or out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
That's pretty... Yeah, no, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. I mean, in the Eastern Townships, it's just like,
yeah.
Hey, I don't know you, but hey.
Hello.
Hello, yeah. Are you lost? That's totally a normal thing to do. And my mom and the people that we were with...
Just to let people know, being from the Eastern Township, I'm going to let everyone in a secret. That's how they get you. So you just be careful, because that's how you end up chained in their basement.
Well, okay, there you go. That completely ruins the story I'm about to tell. No, but...
So how did you escape from the basement after you said hello?
Some guy was, like, coming up the road, and he was like, oh, hey, are you guys lost? But, like, we didn't hear that. It was a muffle because all the windows were up, and my mom was like, oh, my God, freaking out. And then the people that we were with were like, oh, my God. So they, like, just got in the car, and they just fucking hightailed it out of there. And I'm sitting in the back without a seatbelt. Like,
wow.
So that's a bunch of city slickers for you.
Jesus.
Which,
bunch of rubes.
Yes. Bunch of rubes.
Ooh. I once got lost on a road trip of sorts. We were heading up to Ottawa, which is not really that far, but it was...
How long of a drive is that again?
Well, you can do it in an hour and a half, but
Okay.
I'd say usually 2 hours, a bit more.
Right.
But we went up during awful snowstorm.
Oh, great.
We basically couldn't see more than about 2 cars in front of us.
Yeah.
And our driver didn't really know the way there, and instead of just sort of following the highway, decided to follow the car in front of him. And so when that car turned off, so did he.
Right. Oh my god.
And then we had to pull out the map and try and figure out where we ended up turning off based upon, well, finding signs, which was not easy.
No. God, especially in a snowstorm, right?
Yeah. And then also drifted into a semi-trailer at some point.
Oh shit! Really? Did you hit it, or was it?
Yeah, it wrecked the mirror on the side of the car.
Oh shit!
But it since the snowstorm was so bad, it was at least everyone was going really, really slowly.
Yeah.
Semi-trailer included, so no serious damage done.
That's good. They didn't fuck it up. I mean, well, rather as long as you didn't fuck yourselves up.
That's the idea.
Is the ordering thing here?
Yeah, I think so. That's the.
And we're back. How the fuck do I get out of here? I'll just go around that way, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Right, so, actually, speaking of snowstorms and trips, we went to, it was my mom and her best friend's idea to drive to New Jersey. This was, I can't remember if it was just after Christmas,
Okay.
when all the sales were going on.
I see.
And there's this big shop. Actually, I don't know. I'm not gonna turn it. There's this big shopping center that you can go to on the way to New Jersey.
Right.
And it's kind of in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Okay.
And so we went, and it just so happened to coincide with a really, really bad storm. And so the parking was horrendous. Not only because it was just so crowded, but
because all the spots were snowed out.
Yeah. Pretty much, everything was just snowed out. The parking space that we got into a parking spot, then we had trouble opening the doors because there was snow, and then we got out into the snow and trudged into the center.
I see.
And it's one of those shopping centers that during the summer would be like tons of fun.
Yeah.
Because it has it's like its own little tiny town.
Right.
And like the buildings are stores.
Yeah.
And like they have the private roads and stuff that there's no cars on. So that place was just full of snow. It was just everything. There was just snow everywhere, and like they must have cleared it out, and then just gone. Well, fuck it. Like we have no more patience. We can't do it anymore.
Right. So, but let me get this straight. Holiday season.
Yes.
And the big plan here is first go to New Jersey.
No,
New Jersey.
It's on the
way.
I know.
New Jersey. No, but while you're on the way to New Jersey.
Yes.
You're going to New Jersey, which is. Oof.
Yeah.
You decide to stop at an open air shopping mall in the middle of winter.
Yes, exactly. And
I
don't shop. And my mom's best friend's husband does not shop. And my mom's best friend's husband's son does not shop.
So you guys all just go to like a place for like hot chocolate and just chill?
No.
Why not?
No, because we're dumb men. Or we're dumb males.
No, just dumb.
We just did.
I would have gone for hot chocolate.
No. We just were dumb, and we were like, yeah, let's go on an adventure. So we got into his decrepit, like 15-year-old Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Which was just, it worked. Surprisingly, don't know which gods he prayed to, but it was holding together. And so we just went for a drive for like 5 hours. I shit you not.
What?
Because that's how long they needed to go shopping.
What?
Yeah, that's how long they needed to go shopping. They needed 5 hours to go shopping.
What was there at the shopping mall that could possibly be so interesting as to take 5 hours?
They had very nice bags. And shoes. And coats. Yeah, and gloves and stuff like that. Lovely things that...
But...
yes, it's okay. Anyway, so we went for a drive, and we got to this tiny town. And I guess this tiny town wasn't expecting visitors
Okay.
because they looked at us like we were funny. I mean, we
Well,
are.
I don't know. I've seen you, and if your compatriots look anything like you, I would have looked at you funny if you showed up in my town.
Yes. So one thing my uncle likes to do is, well, he's not my uncle. We just call him Uncle. It's just a title we give him. And we went and we just got out of the car and started walking around town. And there was this cool.
During a snowstorm.
The snowstorm had kind of subsided then.
Okay.
So we got out of the car and we were looking through this kind of like a car showroom, like all glass.
Yeah.
All glass windows and stuff. And we're looking inside because all the cars were from the 1950s, 60s.
Vintage stuff.
Yeah, they had like some. They had Mustangs from '77, which looked really cool. And so we were like staring in, and then I shit you not, the sheriff pulls up.
Really?
Yeah, the sheriff. I was just like, oh my god, where am I? And he's like, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, we're just looking at the cars. They look really cool. And he's like, oh, okay, all right, just checking up. And we're like, okay. And then he left, and that was it. We were like, oh, all right then. Yep. And then 5 hours later, we went to pick up the ladies, and we went to Applebee's.
Wow.
Which to me is just like the most. That just seems really American to me. Applebee's.
Yeah.
Applebee's.
Do we have them here?
I don't
Not in Quebec,
know.
at least.
I think we have them just outside. I can't say. But yeah, it was. We went to an Applebee's, and it was like the waitress just had the thickest accent I've ever heard.
Were you in New Jersey or?
Yeah, she had like a Jersey accent. Well, boogers. Hey, you having a booger? You having a booger? Kind of idea.
All the bloody.
Where did I stop at? We went back to pick up the. Oh, Applebee's.
Yeah, I went to Applebee's and the Jersey
Jersey
accent.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is going off topic of what's it called? Of like driving and stuff.
Yeah.
And of road trips. But when we went to New York, we stayed in New Jersey.
Okay.
And we went to this restaurant, and I forget the name of the place, but it was like, it wasn't a chain. It was kind of just like a local place. And the waitress, this one night, because we went there twice.
Yeah.
Twice in a row. It was really good. No complaints. The waitress, it was just like, I don't know if that's just what her manager told her to do, or if that's just the way she spoke, but when I'm talking to you, the sentence ends, and there's a period, right? So I'm talking to you right now, period. Kind of idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with this waitress, every time you stopped your sentence, she replaced your period with a thank you.
What?
Yeah. So,
what?
If I was the waitress...
Yeah, every time you stopped talking, did you thank you?
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
And then, if you said thank you, she'd go, you're welcome.
What?
Yeah. So, the conversation, like, just ordering...
That's the worst.
...was just a plethora of thank yous and your welcomes. It was just unbelievable. Just every time, it was crazy. Oh, I have to let the guy go. Go. What are you doing? But yes, so it was so funny. We were like laughing at her a little because it was like, it's just so ridiculous.
Jeez, that's
yeah, it's up there with these travel stories.
How does one get through life like that?
I don't know. I mean,
that's just weird.
I understand being polite, but yeah, that's just a little off.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my god.
Looking for a visit from the Smack Fairy? Jeez. Oh man, I'm starving.
Not while I'm driving, yeah. All right, well, I think we've talked enough.
Yeah, I'll make for a nice short podcast.
Yeah, it's a short podcast. That's all right.
Ran into some emergencies.
Exactly like eating, you know.
Goodbye, podcast.
Bye. Thanks for listening. I'm Josh.
Is anyone listening? Not yet.
Fuck off. Jesus. See you next time.
Looking for a visit from the Smack Fairy?